Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, are you ready for the Lancashire Hotpots Virtual Pub Quiz? And here's your quizmaster, Dickie Ticker.
Great to see you.
Welcome to the Lancashire Hotpots Virtual Pub Quiz. I'm your quizmaster, Dickie Ticker, and I'm your host for tonight's Monday night virtual quiz. If you want to join us playing along tonight, you're going to need four things. You're going to need a pen and paper, you're going to need a drink, and some nibbles to consume whilst you quiz. So if you're playing along tonight, type in the comments box below who you are and where you're playing from. If there's a couple of you and you've got a team name, put that in as well, just so we know who's playing along. And if you want to get your mates to play along with you in their homes, now's a good time to tag them in. While you do all that, all the nibbling and the drinking and the tagging, I'm going to speak to the Lancashire Hotpots. First up on the list is the very nice young man that is Bernard Thrasher. Bernard, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, thanks for that introduction. My name's Bernard, and I'm from Lancashire.
Hey! Has anything exciting happened to you in the past 7 days, Bernard?
Something very exciting has just happened in the last 7 seconds. After doing a bit of decorating, I picked what I thought was a piece of paint out of my ear. Turns out it was a scab. My ear's bleeding.
Got to watch them ears, those golden ears. Oh, right, yeah, that was a gentle dab.
The gentle dab, yeah. But fear ye not, it's not put me off. I've still got, I've got a couple of drinks and a couple of snacks.
Whoa. Regale us with your food and liquid.
Okay. Food, I've got 3 of each of the Brew City Cheesy Bites that have got crispy IPA batter.
Now, can I just say, were they on offer in Tesco's?
I didn't get from Tesco's. There were 2 for £4 from my little shop down the road. Brew City Halloumi fries.
Very
nice, yeah.
What yesterday I had the dill pickle in a mustard batter, and they were £1.50 in Tesco's. Hashtag just saying.
Wowzers. And
So
during cooking, there was a mild explosion. But there's your cheesy bite, and there's your halloumi finger.
Maximum cheese.
Yeah. And for drinking, then we've got for seconds, just a little classic Sierra Nevada. But to start, of course, Telvis juice.
Oh, very good, very good.
Standard breakfast of champions.
Haven't I done well tonight?
You've done well there. New branding as well.
Meal fit for a king. Right,
the Menace branding.
I'll let you. Have you got them on a plate, by the way? Your brew bites.
Certainly have.
Look at that. It does look like your version of MasterChef.
Yeah. What have you done? Fried sticks and
a bit of red sauce on the side of it now.
Yeah, you could run off to the kitchen for a dip. Anyway,
I'll take them as they are.
Okay, I'll let you consume whilst we speak to the next person on my list, which is Bob. Bob, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Good evening, everybody. It's Bob here, Bob Wriggles. I'm coming from my bar, which is in Lancashire.
Yay!
Well done.
Anything of note happened to you this week, Bob?
Exciting things have happened in the last couple of hours. My youngest daughter trapped her finger in a cupboard and it bled awfully. We've just had screams and hysteria for the last hour and a half. It's calming down now.
It's a very blood-laden podcast / broadcast.
He was very sad because he had to throw 2 packets of rice away.
Yeah. So I'm calming down now. Got a very nice drink. Not seen this in Tesco before. Maybe it's been there, but I've just not seen it. It's Future Proof. Brewdog versus Modern Times. It's a lovely colour. Look at that.
Yep, good one, that one.
Nice.
And for snacks, I'm in a bar, so I've actually got all of the scampi fries.
Classic. You can do your
very own nuts down here as well, but less said about them, the better.
You can do your very own corn snack corner.
Corner.
Perfectly on cue there, gents. Right, I'll leave you to open a few packets there, Bob, whilst I speak to the next person on my list, which is Kenny. Kenny, what's your name and where are you calling from?
I'll do cockers. Kenny Body here, and as always, I'm from Lancashire.
Thanks for joining us tonight, Kenny, on this this Monday night. Anything exciting happened to you in the past 7 days?
Not so much. No, not really.
Oh,
I have got planned in the next couple of days. It's May the 4th on Monday,
which is today.
So
Yes.
Happy Star Wars Day.
Everyone.
I'm currently in the middle of having a massive Star Wars marathon and playing some Star Wars games. So
what film have you got up to?
I'll just get my crystal ball. I've actually been debating what order to watch them in, because as some people may know, there's the machete order and stuff like that. That's obviously been, the questions have now been asked, well, where do the new films and the kind of sub-films like Rogue One fit in? So, I won't go into the details now because that's for another nerdy conversation, but I think I've got a plan now, so...
Good. Right,
and what a surprise, question 4's about Star Wars.
If only I'd have thought ahead. Right, what have you got to entertain your mouth with tonight, Kenny?
Right, this week, a word that I've been, been a bit brewdog heavy of late. So this time I've gone for the Northern Monk patron project with Manchester Brewery Good Measure, and this is the Black Friday Manchester Tart Stout. So it's cherry, coconut,
I'd like
raspberry, custard.
That sounds lovely.
So yeah, that looks like this when poured. It's dark, but with a tinge of red to it. So
that whets my whistle.
I do like a Manchester tart. Where did you get that from, Kenny?
Do you know what? I can't even remember. It's been in the fridge for a bit. I think I might have got it off the Brewdog website, if I recall correctly.
I'll give it a Google.
Check it out. They'll probably, all good stockists and whatnot.
And what have you got to soak all that up?
Well, I figured, a sweet cherry tarty stout. I didn't really want to go with anything too salty, so I just went with, a few pieces of the old dairy milk.
Oh, nice.
Classic.
Milky goodness.
Very, very sweet. Very, very sweet. Okay, cheers, Kenny. I shall let you tuck in to your Manchester tart whilst I speak to the next gentleman on my list. It's Dr. Ron Seal. Ron, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, my name's Dr. Ron Seal and I'm calling from Lancashire.
Hey!
Yes.
Now, there were many people on the internet the other day who were a little concerned for your health after our triple chili challenge. How were you? Did you recover sufficiently?
I recovered sufficiently, and apparently because I had the window open behind me and it was a nice night, and I was making rather provocative noises, my neighbours thought that I was doing something that I wasn't, which I never do anymore anyway.
So would you like to just recreate some of those noises out of context now to give people an idea of what the neighbours might have heard?
Oh, I love you.
And my favourite noise that was in that was after all the oh no, there was just a oh no.
It's when he said I love you at the end that I thought I don't believe a word of it, to be honest with you.
I've never had chocolate before that's made me want to pull my own skin off my face. It was horrible. Yeah, it was horrible. That's my child screaming at me.
Are you okay? Do you want me to get...
No, I'm fine. I'm fine, thank you.
It's like your own first aid at home.
Yeah.
On hand
nice
now.
It is.
It is, yeah.
In a way.
So, what drink have you got to numb the pain, and what's your nibbles?
Well, my nibble is just, I've gone for Aldi's own crispy fries, salt and vinegar. Very nice. Very
nice.
crispy. Yeah, very nice. And again, I've still got a full crate of it, so I'm still on the Hotpots 13.
Very good, very good.
2 thumbs up from Thresher.
Okay, right. I shall leave you to enjoy that while we speak to the last member of the team tonight. He's finally back with us. It's Billy McCartney. Billy, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello there, I'm Billy James McCartney and I'm calling from Liverpoolshire in Lancashire.
Hey! You're slightly pixelated, but it's better to have a pixelated Billy than no Billy at all. Billy, what food and drink have you got to accompany you on the quiz tonight?
Well, it might seem like I've been possessed by a healthy person, but I've actually got oven-baked sweet potato with paprika crisps with veg. But there's a reason for this. Last night I had 4 chili burgers, so I can only handle so much crisps.
Burgers did you have? How many was that?
4, but only 2 on each bone. I'm not an animal. And for my
Only 4, Billy. Only 4. You feel
only
all
4,
right?
yeah, because unfortunately there was only 4 in the box. They only do them in 4s apparently. Thank you very much, Azza. Yeah, but and for my drink, I've got some J2O.
J2O.
Apple and
I don't know who he is anymore. Baked crisps and J2O.
If you've seen what I've been eating the last couple of days, you'll know why my body is told me to take it easy for at least a day. So, you know.
Right.
That's not his internet connection why he's talking like that. It's just his body
No,
trying
it's
to...
just he's gone
Just a
down.
massive stroke after 4.
Right, well, we'll leave Billy to stutter in his own time. I've got to advise people that this is a pre-recorded pub quiz, so like they used to say on the Big Breakfast, don't phone because I've got no credit on my phone. So I'm going to ask you 10 questions on 10 different topics. This week, those topics are music, films, Lancashire's for me, beer, crisps, the Lancashire Hotpots.
Oh, no.
What's the point?
Who am I? Everyone Loves a Bernard, television, and pot luck. Now, each correct question carries the value of 1 point, so 10 correct answers equals 10 potential points at play. Now, Bob got 9 last week, so I might have made the questions a little bit harder. One thing I need to remind Hot Potters, especially those who are watching on the Facebook, if you've got the answer, write the answer on your sheet. Don't write it on in the box on the internet. We don't want to see the answers in the comments. I'm the only person who gives the answers out. I'll give those out at the end. Right, Hot Potters, are you ready?
Yes! Absolutely not.
Okay, let's get quizzing. Number 1 is... And hush now, Dickie speaking. Nominative determinism is the hypothesis that people tend to gravitate towards areas of work that fit their name. Now, this must be true for the name Roger Taylor and drumming, because Roger Taylor, as we all know, is the very handsome drummer of top rock combo Queen, but there is another drummer who's very famous in a famous band who's also called Roger Taylor. But what band is the other Roger Taylor in?
Oh, you said you were making these harder?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I thought that.
I don't know that.
Give you an easy one to start.
You don't know that?
Not a clue.
So Roger
I thought-
Taylor is the
I
drummer.
thought the drummer from Queen was called Roger Taylor.
Oh, by the way, whilst you answer that, I have got a blood orange IPA
Nice.
and
Glad you said IPA.
sour cream and onion pop-outs from Snack Right. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to snack, make sure you snack right. And I'm just pointing that out there. I'm just seeing if anyone from Oldie's listening. Right. So yeah, Roger Taylor.
You're a proper snackhead.
Hey, now somebody write that one down. Roger Taylor is the drummer in Queen, but he's also there is also another Roger Taylor drumming in another famous group. What's that group? Okay, question number 2 is the films. In the 2012 James Bond film Skyfall, What is Skyfall? Hit the Skyfall. That was my impression of Adele.
They're very complicated James Bond films, aren't they?
Yeah.
It can be.
Stuff going on and that.
So in the film Skyfall, what is Skyfall? It is something. It's not just the name of the film. It's the name of something else. Okay.
Not a clue.
Question
No,
number 3 is Lancashire's for me. And ladies and gentlemen, did you know that the UK's first Kentucky Fried Chicken opened in 1965 in Lancashire? Lancashire leading the way there. But in which town or city in Lancashire did it open? So,
what was the year? Did you give the year? What was
1965.
Well, that's a long time ago, isn't
It
it?
was a long time ago.
Did they have
That was a
cities?
very...
Did they have cities and towns back then?
I think they did. There was a few. They were on Google Maps.
All I know is 1967 was a good year for chicken.
Or not a good year for chickens.
Yeah.
Ah, very clever.
So the UK's first KFC opened in Lancashire in 1965. What town or city did it open? Question number 4 is our beer round. And we've had celebrity beers, we've had celebrity landlords. This week, it's famous fictional boozers. Cheers was a sitcom about a bar in Boston that ran for 275 episodes from 1982 to 1993. But what was the name of the bar in which it was set? Nearly 300 episodes, we've all watched dozens and dozens of them over the years. What was the actual name of the bar in Cheers? Oh, I can see Dr. Ron's mind fizzing away there.
Oh, this might be my weakest round yet.
I don't feel I'm having a good one, to be honest.
Yeah,
see.
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay,
We'll
I'm
find
going
out,
to ask the audience.
At least you all got question 1 right.
Oh,
That's true, that's true.
Yeah.
So, question number 5 is all about crisps. And Gary Lineker started doing them Walker's Crisps adverts way back in 1994. And since then, many musical celebrities have joined him in those adverts. Now, I'm going to give you the names of 3 acts. 2 of these acts have been munching crisps in these adverts with Gary, and one of them is a complete red herring, and they have never touched Gary's packet. So which one didn't? Was it A, Lionel Richie? Was it B, Black Lace? Or is it C, SINITTA? So one of these acts, musical acts, hasn't appeared in a Walker's Crisps adverts with Gary Lineker. Who hasn't? Is it A, Lionel Richie? Is it B, Black Lace? Or is it C, SINITTA? The lovely SINITTA.
Isn't there 2 SINITTAs? SINITTA So Macho,
Yes.
and SINITTA, who was the Stock Aitken and Waterman one, was it? No, Sonia, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Ignore
I'm thinking of Scouse one.
Ignore
Yeah.
it. Ignore it. Yeah, I've got my SINITTAs and Sonias mixed up.
It's an easy mistake to make.
It's like that film with the Schwarzenegger in Red SINITTA.
Now then, question number 6 is about the Lancashire Hotpots, so I'm sure all the Lancashire Hotpots will get this. Pirate Bernard is a jolly old soul who hasn't been seen for quite some time. But what is the name of Pirate Bernard's parrot?
Oh, yes.
There was 2, wasn't there? Wasn't there 2?
No.
Yes, Sonia.
Yeah, one guy.
Sonia and SINITTA, yeah. I think in terms of props, yes, I think there's been several physical props, but I think
We've all had the same namesake.
All had the same.
Replace like the same thing in Neighbours were. One episode, a little girl comes up, and the next she comes back, she's a teenager, different actress.
Yes.
Like that.
I think it was just version 1 and version 2.
Didn't it get robbed?
No, you're thinking about the puppet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've no idea. This is well before my time.
He said it again.
Well, I've never been on stage with Pirate Bernard.
No, you haven't, have you? Because he was last seen in Liverpool a couple of years back. Somebody decided to cry off that gig.
Because they had pneumonia.
Oh, well, you know what I mean? Pneumonia. I had pneumonia. I was on my hands and knees crawling to the bathroom.
Not even pneumonia.
So question number 7 is my favourite round. It's Who Am I? Okay. I was born Adam Richard Wiles on the 17th of January 1984. My debut album, I Created Disco, was released in June 2007 and featured a top 10 single, The Girls. In October 2014, I became the first act to place 3 songs simultaneously in the top 10 of Billboard's dance/electronics song charts. I topped Forbes' list of the world's highest paying DJs for 6 consecutive years for 2013 to 2018. Who am I?
Oh, no.
This is horrible because I know it and I can't think of his name.
No, it's not even on the tip. Oh.
Adam Wiles, January 1984. First album was I Created Disco. Top 10 single from that was called The Girls.
It's so easy, this one. But I can't think of his name.
It was the world's highest paying DJ for 6 years, 2013 to 2018. Who am I?
Can you say 2 words that rhyme with the words of his name?
No. You can
shame.
You can
it's
see
not the wrong
now.
Specialist subject, is it? Dance music. Remember that
It's
time?
not.
Speedsoda Festival. We went into that drum and bass castle.
Yeah, yeah.
His face was similar to when he's eating chili chocolate.
Yeah, that's what happens when dance music hits my ears. Yeah.
So, question number 8 is our Everyone Loves a Bernard round. And this week, it's Bernard Bresslaw, star of the famous Carry On films. Now, when we take our clothes off. So, he appeared in the 1972 film Carry On Abroad, which was about the holiday island of Elsbells on the Costa Bon. But what was Bernard's name? What was the name of Bernard's character in Carry On Abroad? Was it A, Brother Bernard? Was it B, Bernard Golightly? Or was it C, Bernard Flange? So what was the name of the character Bernard Bresslaw played in Carry On Abroad? Was it A, Brother Bernard, B, Bernard Golightly, or C, Bernard Flange?
Okay.
I love the way I'm covering my answers up because no one else is here. It's all good.
They've all been pixelated out, Billy, for privacy. Question number 9 is our television round, and it's all about Postman Pat this week. Now, Bernard, you used to have a thing against Postman Pat, did you not?
Didn't used to have a thing. I've still got a thing about Postman Pat. He's not good at his job. Sack him.
Well, would you like to explain some incidents where you think he's been sadly lacking in his job performance?
Let's take episode 3 of Special Delivery Service. All he's got to do is deliver a bouncy castle for a post office to a party. Oh, what am I going to do? I'll just inflate it in the post office. Oh, and now the cat's got on it and popped it. I've got to get some plasters from somewhere. How am I going to get an inflated balloon and bouncy castle out? I know what I'll do. I'll get it with a helicopter and then drop it in the garden. I mean, how many levels of wrong is that? Just deliver the box, let them blow it up the sounds.
Did you get it there, though? Did you get it there?
On time. You got it there on time. It was a special delivery. It's cost the taxpayer a fortune.
The thing is, you're talking like this is real. Postman Pat's only based on real events. That's the thing.
So Postman Pat, as we know, is the village postman for Greendale. What I want to know, ladies and gentlemen, is what is Pat's surname?
I know this.
Oh,
This.
how does he know? How does he know?
I tell you what else as well blew my mind is when, you know, the theme tune to Postman Pat, we go, stop, ring, letters through your door. It's not let us, it's letters. I always thought it was let us through your door, as in Pat and his cat. Let us through your door while we deliver.
No,
Why
the giveaway is the fact that he's a postman.
Why would you just invite more? If everybody said to the postman, "Come on in, I've got the kettle on," you'd never get your letters. You're living a lie, Bob. It was obviously letters.
Blew my mind. Blew it.
All I've seen is pound signs, because while we're talking about this, I've just created a character called Bin Man Baz in my head. So,
The horrible thing is, I had the same question on the quiz 2 weeks ago, and I can't remember what his name was.
Oh,
is it
dear.
Flange? Pat Flange.
And question number 10. Question number 10 is our potluck round. Sorry. So a nice easy one to finish off. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is a record breaker, ladies and gentlemen, breaking the world record for helping to create the world's largest dip within which you dip your crisps. Is that true or is that false? Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson was partially responsible for helping break the world record for helping to create the world's largest chip dip. Is that true or is that false?
Done, in, banked, done.
So that's the end of the quiz. Before we start marking, ladies and gentlemen, let's all have a cheers together.
Oh, mine's broken.
Oh,
Cheers, my dears.
Just a minute, though. Just a minute. Just down in my fridge. Another OG hazy. Hey!
right. So self-isolation means self-marking. So I'm going to go through the answers now. So please mark your papers truthfully and honestly. We will start at question number 1, which is music. And Roger Taylor is, there are 2 Roger Taylors joining for 2 famous bands. One is the Roger Taylor in Queen, and the other Roger Taylor is in which band, Bernard?
Not a clue. ELO.
Hello. Okay, Bob?
I know this one. I had an argument at school with a girl about this. She was a big Duran Duran fan.
Duran.
Roger Taylor was in Duran Duran, and I said, no, he's not. He's in Queen. So
Oh, and there was a fight. Kenny, I think Kenny's going to get this one. Oh, no audio from Kenny.
I'm muted there, sorry. Yeah, not only is he named Roger Taylor, like the Queen drummer, he's also in a band with 2 other people called Taylor, Andrew and John, and none of them are brothers. It's Duran Duran.
Ron?
Yeah, I went with a double D with Duran Duran.
And I think Billy will get this one as well. Billy, what did you put?
I got Duran Duran.
Oh,
When you can see it.
Named after the Barbarella character.
it was indeed Duran Duran.
Hey!
So question number 2 is films, and in the 2012 James Bond film Skyfall, what is Skyfall? And we all know films are Bernard's Achilles heel. What did you plump for, B?
I'm not going to get a point for this. Something computery or a woman.
Which one are you going for? Come on.
Computers or women? What are you going for?
Or both, like weird science?
I'll go something computery because it's the biggest one.
Okay, Bob?
I tried to think of something spy-ish, and on reflection, Skyfall probably isn't the best name for a satellite.
Well, no, it's inviting trouble, that, isn't it, for a satellite? Okay, Kenny?
Not sure.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but wasn't it like something like cottaging?
Oh, cottage. Ron?
And this is a big confession, as I really don't like James Bond, I just went for a guess, government document.
Government document. Okay. And Billy, what did you put?
I said a weapon.
Okay.
A weapon.
The answer, ladies and gentlemen, is James Bond's childhood home.
Oh.
Now,
God, yeah.
I think it had multiple. Well, what are we going to do? Are we going to give Kenny half a point?
Wasn't it like out in the countryside? Like that's why I went cottage because it was like.
Listen,
what? I tell you what, Kenny, you can have
get a point for that.
I give him a point. Definitely.
Thank you very much.
Thank
So
you.
Kenny's on two. Question number 3 was Lancashire's for me, and it was all about the UK's first KFC, which was opened in Lancashire, but in which town or city in Lancashire? Are you popping bubble wrap there, Billy?
I was trying to fold my paper so you could only see the answer to this particular question because I haven't used my mind and written them separate enough on the page.
Never mind. Okay, right. So, Bernard, which town or city in Lancashire was the first KFC opened in?
I've had a stab in the dark. Blackburn.
Bob?
I've gone for one of the big ones, Preston.
Kenny?
Yeah, I've gone for Preston as well. I'm starting to think Bolton for some reason. I'm getting Bolton, but I'm going to stick with my original answer.
I'm
Preston.
getting the word Bolton. Ron?
Yeah.
I went with a solid answer, which is Blackburn.
And Billy?
No,
Technical difficulties, McCarthy.
I'm ashamed to say. I've been in there more than... do you know what I'm saying? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello?
We can hear you. We can't see, but we can hear.
That's like delay.
Well, listen. I didn't... I'm ashamed to say I didn't get the answer. I love KFC.
Do you not even guess?
I'm ashamed I couldn't even think, so I didn't even put a guess.
So not only do you love KFC, but you don't know, and you're in a band called Lancashire Hotpots, so you didn't get a Lancashire town.
There's lots of them, you know. There's lots of Lancashire towns.
On those particular things, Kenny, you are correct.
I should get an extra point.
Gotta give them Skyfall.
The answer, ladies and gentlemen, is Preston. UK's first KFC was opened in Preston in 1965.
I'm glad I stuck with my original answer now.
Can we get a few thumbs up and love hearts for anybody else who currently is scoring 0?
Question number 4 is famous fictional boozers, and Cheers was a sitcom that had 275 episodes from 82 to 93. But what was the actual name of the actual bar in Cheers, Bernard?
Not a clue. I thought this was... I don't know why I wrote this. I just put Bernie's. Well, if you ever opened a bar, you could call it Bernie's. And I'd spend the weekend there. Carry on.
Bob, what did you put?
I originally thought, is it called Ted's? And I thought, no, that's Ted Danson, and he's not even. That's not even the name of his character in Cheers. So I put something that sounded bar-y. O'Malley's.
Okay. Kenny?
Right. This is another Midsummer Murders one, isn't it? Surely the name of the bar in Cheers is Cheers. Surely.
Right. Well, that's your guess, Ron. No, Ron's a bit of a Cheers aficionado, aren't you?
But the thing is, I went with Kenny here because on the sign outside of the bar, it says Cheers.
Okay, and Billy, what did you put?
Cheers Wine Bar. Is it Cheers Wine Bar?
I put Cheers as well, but if you were just going off the sign, it also says no dogs and no smoking. I think Cheers.
The answer, ladies and gentlemen, is indeed Cheers.
Yeah.
Oh, it was there.
Overthinking it.
I'm sure in Frasier as well, they mention it like back to the Cheers bar as well. So I'm pretty sure it's mentioned in Frasier as well.
It was hiding in plain sight.
Because wasn't there a restaurant?
That explains
Yeah, I think there was a restaurant upstairs.
So question number 5 was all about crisps and Gary Lineker's adverts and the musicians that have...
No, that's why for ages there's a...
Ian McCartney now reporting on the quiz.
The first pictures from the moon weren't as bad as that.
Two poor little hamsters have just passed out on his dial-up wheel.
You can imagine Neil Armstrong. This is one small step.
And before you go...
Can you hear me?
Hello? Hello?
Hello, Houston, are you there? Houston! Houston, was the bar called Cheers?
Are we still on question 4?
No, we're out on question 5. Right. Gary Lineker's crisps advert. 2 of these musicians have appeared in the adverts. 1 hasn't. Lionel Richie, Black Lace, SINITTA. Which one is the odd one out, Bernard?
I'm pretty sure it's SINITTA, but I went with Black Lace.
Always go with your first one, Bob.
I seem to remember Lionel Richie definitely started doing an advert. I couldn't pick between the other 2, but I just put Black Lace.
Okay, Kenny?
Yeah, went with my gut feeling, which is, my gut's a bit of a bad one, but Black Lace.
Yeah, Ron?
I went with SINITTA.
SINITTA. And Billy, if you're still there.
It's on again.
I went with Black Lace.
You went with Black Lace?
I went with Black Lace.
There he is.
The musician who hasn't appeared in a crisp advert with Gary Lineker is SINITTA.
Oh,
yeah! You see, what we've done there is we haven't listened to the question. The musician. It was a singular. It was in the question.
I thought you were doubting SINITTA's musical ability there.
Singular.
I'm sure every single one of you is going to get the next one, the Lancashire Hotpots round, which is all about Pirate Bernard and Bernard's Parrot, which is called What Bernard?
Anyone gets this wrong, you're sacked. It's Dibner.
Oh.
Bob?
Dibner.
Kenny?
I couldn't for the life of remember, and I'm really annoyed with myself now because this is the first Hotpots question I've got wrong, but I went for Polly. Because I just couldn't think of anything.
Yeah.
I do remember Dibner only having one eye at one point, but that's bye.
Yeah, it was. It's a tough life on tour. Ron?
I'm going to blame pneumonia on this one, and I went with Beaky McBigface.
Which is at least more original than Polly.
It is. And Billy?
Dibner.
The correct answer is, of course, Dibner.
Yeah.
Well done to everyone who got that.
1 point. I'm on the board, kids. I'm on the board.
He's on the board. Now then, question 7.
This is the annoying one, this one.
Yeah.
No, well, are you going to kick yourself?
The thing is, everybody knows this, but
don't know it.
You don't know it. So, born Adam Wilds in 1984. Debut album I Created Disco came out in June 2007.
I bought it.
You even bought it? Goodness, he's had 3 songs simultaneously. The first act to do so on Billboard's dance chart. World's highest DJ from 2013 to 2018. Bernard, who am I?
That Scottish lad who had a pop at Ellie Goulding.
Damn it. Okay. Bob?
I changed... I started with Calvin Harris, then I crossed it out and went Bass Hunter, and I've gone back to Calvin Harris.
Okay. Kenny?
Yeah, I'm not 100%, but I've gone with not in any way related to Debbie, Calvin Harry.
Calvin Harry. Okay. Ron?
As I obviously have an encyclopedic knowledge about this kind of stuff, I went with Armand Van Morrison.
Always a good one. And Billy.
It's not going well, is it? Hey.
You hear me?
Billy, are you there?
Calvin Harris.
The answer is indeed Calvin Harris,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen.
Of course it is.
Everyone who got
Of
Calvin
course it
Harris.
is. And not many people know he's a Scotsman.
Sneaky, you see, sneaky. And it took me years to realise Calvin Harris wasn't his real name.
Yeah, I know where he lives.
Isn't he? But he's worth a few quid.
Oh,
Clever
wow.
lad. He's a clever lad.
Question 8 was Everyone Loves a Bernard, and it's Bernard Bresslaw this week. What was the name of his character in Carry On Abroad? Was it A, Brother Bernard, B, Bernard Golightly, or C, Bernard Flange? Bernard.
Proper Bernard. Easy one, this one. Brother Bernard.
Brother Bernard. Bob.
I tried to visualise him in some sort of clergy kind of cassock, some sort of order of the Brotherhood. Brother Bernard.
The Bernard. Kenny.
Yeah, I kind of pictured him dressed as a brother, and also I went to a secondary school that had a Brother Bernard, so I went with Brother Bernard.
Oh, very popular. Ron.
I went with Bernard Golightly. Book the trend.
Okay, and Billy.
I went with Bernard Golightly.
The correct answer, ladies and gentlemen, is Brother Bernard.
Brother Bernard.
Of course
I
it is.
knew he'd been a brother at some point. I just didn't know if it was in that particular film or not.
And if
Of
you think
course.
the surname Flange is a little bit ridiculous, Sid James's character was called Vic Flange in
Flanges.
Just for those interested at home, on to bottle number 2.
Oh.
American classic.
Very good,
Cheers.
very good. Question 9 was TV and Postman Pat. What is Pat's
Yeah, I've got this one wrong.
surname? Bernard.
Not only have I got this wrong, I've not only got his surname, I've got the TV programme. I've got everything wrong with this.
Okay.
Apologies again. I'm going to kick myself, but I went with Daffodil.
Okay. Strange choice. Bob.
Oh, the things you learn on CBBS. I do believe it's Clifton.
Oh.
Kenny.
Yeah, I think Bob's got that one. I went with Green. I must have just been thinking Rachel or Friends or something. I don't know.
Ron.
No, I went with Butcher.
Pat Butcher. And Billy.
I had no idea. Didn't even guess.
Okay,
No idea.
the correct answer is Clifton. Pat Clifton.
Well done, Bob.
Things you learn on CBBS, eh?
So just to fill you in,
Like this.
as to why my answer is doubly wrong, is because I didn't write down the word Clifton, and I thought, oh, isn't it based in Wales? So I went with Daffodil.
Which is
However,
Fireman
that was
Sam.
Fireman Sam. So that is almost deserves marks for being that wrong.
Doubly wrong.
Or minus points.
And the last one, question 10, was Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson helped to set a record, breaking the world record, to create the biggest dip that you dip your chips or crisps in. Is that true or false, Bernard?
False. It was Paul Newman.
Bob?
I thought this is the Rock's. He's got a sense of humour. I reckon it's true.
Okay, Kenny.
It sounds like it could be true, but I've gone false anyway.
You've gone false. Ron?
False.
Okay, and lastly, Billy?
I said false.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is actually true.
Yeah!
And in 2017, the kitchen in his film studios helped to create a layered fiesta dip weighing in 440 pounds. That record stood from 2017 to January of this year, when somebody broke it by creating a dip weighing nearly 500 kilograms, over 1,000 pounds. so twice as much.
You know much.
And did he help in the cooking of that dip? And therefore, did the people in the surrounding areas, could they smell what The Rock was cooking?
Oh!
Fantastic.
That's why we have him on.
Kenny.
That's why we have him on.
Well done.
Right. So
Did Paul Newman have the award at any time? Because he's world renowned for his dips and condiments.
Who just makes them?
It's
He
makes
just-
them.
what do you-
And they are sold, of course, to benefit charitable enterprises.
Did you say are sold?
SOLD. D.
Thank you very much.
Okay, right. So, yeah, people at home, you toss up your scores and put what score that you got in the comments box, just so we can see what the average score is on this week's quiz. Hot Potters, you toss up your scores, and I'm now going to go through and ask what your individual scores were. Bernard, how many did you get this week?
It's not been a great week for me. 2 off.
2. Bob?
I had a shocking first half, but picked it up in the second half. 7 out of 10.
7 on 10. That's pretty damn good.
Really good, that.
Any?
See, I was the opposite. I had a strong start and then just kind of filtered off towards the end and ended up with 6 out of 10.
6 on 10. Ron?
I got 3 out of 10. Get ranked.
Okay. And last but by no means least, Billy, what score did you get, mate?
I got 4.
4. That means that pipping Kenny to the post this week, Bob is this week's champion.
Yes! You either know me or you don't. That's all it is.
I think it's becoming quite apparent, though, that week on week, I don't.
And Bob does.
Do you know, I think you either know them or you don't is probably the simplest name you could have for a quiz show, isn't it?
Somebody get round to trademarking that. Right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much indeed for playing along with us on this wonderful Monday night. We hope you all stay very, very safe until we can see you again, probably next Monday, for another round of the Lancashire Hotpots Virtual Pub Quiz. We'll see you later.